a really, really, really good game. If you like BT3, you're gonna like Sparking Zero. Budokai Tenkaichi back in the day was so fun. Playing it recently up to the release of Sparking Zero, realizing just how fun the game still actually was. Now, it's not a competitive fighting game. Sure, there will be a competitive scene for it, but it's not like Fighter Z. Fighter Z has like, that's a competitive fighting game. That's ArcSys. But that's not the type of game, it's not a fair comparison. This is more comparable to Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, My Hero 1's Justice, Jump Force, shit like that. If you're really comparing this game to all of those, this game blows, I think, every single one of those games out of the water, and then some. Like, this game is so much more fun, it's so fast, there's lots of crazy combos, but there's also the game gives you a lot of defensive abilities to get out of those combos. It's very back and forth, and it's what I personally love about a Dragon Ball game. And I don't want to compare it to 2D fighting games, but something I do want to say about Dragon Ball FighterZ, something that always irked me about the game, and I like FighterZ. FighterZ is a great game. It's a great fighting game. But what I never liked was to me, it never felt truly like a Dragon Ball game, I always wanted that back and forth. FighterZ doesn't have a combo breaker at all. You put your controller down anytime you're putting a combo. Like, when is this gonna end? Because there's no way to get out of the combo. To me, that never felt very Dragon Ball-esque. Like, Dragon Ball was never about, like, hitting your opponent with a fucking 100-hit combo and then not being able to do anything about it. It was always back and forth that was more interesting. And I feel like BT3 did that well, and Sparking Zero also does it well. So as a Dragon Ball game, I think it's probably the best we've ever had. It is a gorgeous looking game. I think it's the best Dragon Ball has ever looked, at least in video game form. This game is absolutely gorgeous. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, and this game even remotely interests you at all, I definitely would pick it up. I haven't beaten the game yet. Story mode, I got mixed feelings about it. It's the same old story we've seen, but then it gives you decisions to change certain things. So there's what-if scenarios through the main story mode. I think that's really cool. Although the main story is mostly slideshows, so I know a lot of people aren't gonna like that, but it is what it is. It's serviceable. I think what you're really gonna want to experience through that is the what if scenarios. Now, I have not played the custom battles yet. I still need to get to that. I do think I'm probably gonna make a few more Sparking Zero videos. I've seen other people play them, and they seem like really fun, and some of them are really funny and goofy. And if you don't know what custom battles are, basically it's a mode where people are allowed to make their own scenarios in Dragon Ball and add text and stuff like that. And they can upload it too, think like Mario Maker, but it's Dragon Ball scenarios. Really, really cool. I also love the tournament mode. It feels like the old games with the presentation. That was actually another thing. I don't want to keep comparing it to Fighter Z. Like, Fighter Z is a great game, but I feel like Fighter Z really dropped the ball on its tournament mode. It was just super bland. It was like, you looked at the screen and it was like, oh, Fighter 1, Fighter 2, Fighter 3, Fighter 4, and it was never like, it didn't show their pictures, it didn't show their name of the character, it didn't show anything like that. Very lackluster presentation from that game. Where in this game, it really feels like the old Budokai Tenkaichi games, or even the Budokai games in that way. And I really love that. It's such a good game. The whole presentation around it, the menu is great. I'm sure for some people it'll be annoying to navigate after a while, but I think the charm of it is really there. Oh, and the music. The music in this game is also really solid. I love it. Dragon Ball usually has some really good music, and this game is definitely no exception. Fantastic music in this game. I absolutely love it. That'll be it for the video. If you like the video, you could share it. If you don't like the video, you could report me for being a little bitch.